Hi, it's KingT here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a super easy, compact, and efficient villager breeder. So basically the way this works is the farmer at the top farms all of the crops, whatever it is you're using. I am using potatoes. And he'll throw them down to these two villagers down here. And these are the two that are going to be breeding. And then when the baby villager spawns in, he'll spawn on this block. Oh, if you didn't know this, mobs see trapdoors as full blocks, whether they're open or closed. So if you have a whole bunch of open trapdoors, the baby villager will just walk right off, and then it'll fall into the water and go into the nether. The reason you have the villagers go into the nether is that way they get taken out of the mob cap, so that way the beds open up. There are two things you can do to make this more efficient if you want to. You can bone meal some of the crops if you want, and just wait for the top farmer on the top to go over and harvest all of the crops, which he does not appear to be doing right now. You can actually give the villagers in the breeding area some food, like a piece of bread. So before you build this, you're going to want to pick a spot that is at least 100 blocks away from other villager related things. So there's an abandoned village in this world all the way over there, so I came 100 blocks this way. It's a lot more than 100 blocks, but I came a lot more than 100 blocks this way. That way the villagers don't link to anything else. And trust me, that is going to save you a lot of time. Okay, so we are ready to start working on our villager breeder. As you can see, you can't even see the other one. It's all the way over there. You can barely see it. So you need to come that far away from other villager related things. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to make a 3x3 nether portal. Technically it is a 4x4, but you're using 3 on the bottom, so that the actual portal spot is a 3x3. The next thing you're going to want to do is mine out a 5x5 area and fill it in with whatever block you choose. In this case I'm using smooth stone because it's a very basic block. And then you're going to want to build up the walls to the height of the portal. In this case I'm using glass and smooth stone. You can really use whatever you want, just I like to be able to see in there. The next thing you're going to want to do is come over here and build up 3 blocks, but then break those 2 because you don't need them. They'll block the water. You're going to put the trapdoors around this center block, just like this. Build up 2 more blocks, and it's crucial that you get this part right. You're going to put 3 composters, like this, and leave this specific block with nothing for right now. The next thing you are going to want to do is come here and build a 2x5 platform off the edge like this, and put down some beds. You can have 5 beds or more. It doesn't really have any effect on the efficiency of the farm. But the next thing you're going to want to do is make your crop area. So for this, I'm just using the farmland block from the creative inventory. You can just do this by putting down dirt or grass and then using a hoe on it. Put the water right there above the portal, that way there's a block there to prevent it from flowing down and ruining your farm. And now you should have this enclosed space right here. So you're going to want to put 2 villagers in this enclosed space. And they should both immediately turn into farmers and link to beds. So then you can build around a border or a wall on your crop area slash farmland, and then put whatever blocks you want on the outside around it. As at least 2 blocks tall. You can make it taller if you want. Doesn't really matter, but this is to prevent the top villager from just wandering off. This next part is pretty crucial. So we're going to need to cover this block right here, but the farmer on the top needs to be able to access the composter. So we need to leave those 2 blocks open and build it like this. That way he can still reach one of these 2 composters. And the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some light sources. You probably want to put some solid blocks right on top of this back composter, just so he doesn't overshoot and throw the potatoes into the composter and then there'd be wasted potatoes. So the next thing you're going to need to do is put in a villager right here. He should immediately link to a bed and a composter. And then what you can do is you can start planting in some crops for him. In this case I'm using potatoes. You can use wheat, you can use beetroots if you really want to, even though that's not the best. You can use carrots. I suggest using potatoes or carrots, those seem to be the best. And then you can even bone meal some of it to get the farmer going. By this point your villager breeder should be looking like this, and you are actually almost done to being able to complete this. Some of the last steps you need to do is put in some water right here. This should just push all the baby villagers into the portal. If you come into the nether, you need to build a system like this just to catch the baby villagers so that they don't wander off and get blown up by ghasts and stuff. These will be your villager containment units. So there are a few optional things you can do to help your villager breeder. One thing that I like to do is cover up this back part of the portal with glass so that no zombies wander in there and then ruin your villagers in the nether. No zombies should be able to get up into this farm because it's light out here, so it's light right here, so no zombies will spawn. And as long as you clear around the area, see, no zombies could possibly get into this thing. And this is pretty much great for whatever you want to use villagers for. If you are building an iron farm or a villager trading hall, this is definitely recommended because for some of those things you need hundreds of villagers, and to go out and collect them in just a random world, that would be pretty painful, honestly. Another thing you can do is to just help prevent this guy from wandering and falling down in there with the other villagers, you can put a trapdoor. Villagers are actually too tall to be able to get through a trapdoor spot. Don't worry about them trying to link to the beds. They have been linked, they just can't get into bed, which is why they're getting those particle effects. It will take a while for your villagers to actually start breeding, but once they do, it happens pretty quickly because all of them just get sent right to the nether. And then they get taken out of the mob cap, at least while you are in the overworld, which means they don't even register these as their beds anymore, which means that it just keeps happening and happening, so you get infinite villagers. The other thing I did was remove this sea lantern just in case this farmer needs to reach this composter, but as long as you have 3 composters here, it should be good. I hope you all enjoyed this mini tutorial for Bedrock Edition for a villager breeder. Let me know in the comments what you want to do with your hundreds and hundreds of villagers that you will get from this thing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them in the comment section down below. Or you can join my brand new Discord server if you need additional help. That's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. KingT out.